Hello, my lovely YouTubers. Hcgers. Yes. This is Miss Joyful. I'm doing my first video of the new year. And of course, you guys know, I have to do a stand-up shot. But don't judge me too harshly. I felt a little bold today. And I have on a really tight shirt. Yes, I do. It's tight, so I have some bulges. So, you know, they're going to come off. So, anyway, here it goes. Okay, you guys. Here I am. Here go my bulges I'm talking about. The back part. You know, it's so tight, so it's kind of like bulging out. But, that's me today. I was a little bit happy. My arms, when I look down, they don't look that big to me, but when I look on the camera, they look quite chunky still. But okay, anyway, let's get started because I have a lot to talk about. A lot. Okay, so I wanted to hurry up too because I don't know who's gonna walk in, or I don't know if the phone's gonna ring, so I want to hurry up. Okay, so I took my whole New Year's and I totally just watched you Hcgers. I feel like, you know, this is what I'm into right now, so I'm gonna invest the time in it. And so I think I took the whole day of New Year's just watching vlogs and catching up on all you lovely people, and just, you know, getting the names and different things right, and, you know, going to the videos and making sure that I had everybody right, names and things right, because I think it's like 2 Donnas, could be 3, but I know for sure it's 2. Okay, anyway, let me tell you my total, my numbers as well. 207.6 today. I went down. I didn't talk to you guys on the day I went to 207.8. I don't think I did. I think I just put an Instagram picture up. I didn't make a video on that day, so I did make it down. I think the last time I told you guys I was 207.8. I mean 208 point something. So okay, anyway, so 207.4 or 6. That means I was a 0.2 down this morning from yesterday. Which is totally still so good because Tom is in the house tomorrow. Definitely in the house tomorrow. So I really, oh, this is what I'm doing with that, you guys. I never did that before. I haven't did a whole lot of things that I'm doing now before on Hcg. But one of the things was I'm going to, I stopped taking my drops as of yesterday. I'll be off of them until I come on, and maybe the second day. I don't stay on very long, only about 2 days, and then spot the 3rd. So I'll be getting back on the drops the day after Tom comes in the house. And then that way I don't have to worry about the extra fat being released, water weight retention, all of that. I just want to see how it works. Because I always just stayed on. And another thing is, because I stopped my VOCD yesterday, I think that will make me a VOCD number. I'm just going to start, when I start back up again, I'm just going to start on the day that I last stopped taking the drops. So it'll be like VOCD day 13 when I start back up. Although I'm still going to be doing low calorie. I'm going to be doing all the low calorie version until Tom is in and out. Okay, so and then I'm gonna pick back up, of course, on like the, so I don't know how those totals gonna be sounding. You still on VLCD, so it don't matter. I just want to do it that way because I don't want to have to worry about when Tom is in the house, all kind of crazy emotional things be going on, and if I just so happen to mess up, which I won't. But I won't have no crazy gang, so I am just staying away from the drops, staying on the very low calorie, but I'm increasing that to 800 to 1200 calories because I am working out for 2 hours a day, people. I get up at 4 o'clock in the morning and and I start my workout for 2 hours. Now, I never did this before, and I know it sounds a little bit much in this stream, but for me, I know how I am. I love to just try to see, can I get as much as I can with as less as possible. This time I really want to push myself, you know, in so many good ways. I have noticed, though, so many good results by doing that. I have been almost completely done with my whole day with all the necessary things that need to be done within a day. You know, so earlier now, because I'm getting up at 4, I'm exercising, everything just so falling into place for me. And so I notice my body is kind of getting a rhythm, so I'm literally waking up 5 minutes before 4, 10 minutes before 4, because now my body is just used to it. I feel so energetic. I don't feel deprived in no way. It was never around. Well, I did not, you know, I used to be hungry all the time on my different rounds, but of course I did the Simeon's protocol, and that's another thing I wanted to tell you guys. I'm not doing the Simeon's protocol, so some of the things that I say, especially for those newbies who's coming in, you probably don't want to listen to, you know, try to do anything that I'm doing, because I'm doing the Lipman's plan and not the Simeon's plan. If you're doing the Simeon's plan, you need to read the pound and inches book. Which I have done those in the past, but I'm totally just feeling it with the Dr. Lippman's. I can do this. It feels like I can do it now with my eyes closed, because, you know, it's so much easier for me. I'm not deprived at all. I'm not hungry. I'm not nothing. I'm just happy, and I'm exercising, and I'm doing great. You know, it haven't stopped my weight loss or anything. So I'm very, very excited with that. I really, really am. Okay, enough of that. Okay, let's go to the next point. I wanted to say Miss Donna. Miss Donna, she did an interview with Miss Hcg Chica, and I'm telling you, I love that interview to pieces. There I go, the phone. One moment, please. Oh, that's whatever. Okay, so it's not important. I completely love Ms. Donna interview for all the wonderful reasons. Number one, she have gone through so much hardship, you know, as far as the healing in her body, which I totally can understand. Because when you guys sometimes look at my body, I have a lot of dark areas everywhere, you know, and so it used to be so embarrassing for me. But, you know, sometimes you just have to learn how to work with what you got. And but she talked about how she was able to release 127 pounds, even with all the different elements in her bodies and the different things that she had to go through and had to bounce back. I was thinking to myself, if she went through all of that and was still able to make such drastic changes in her body, I mean, I'm like, she did it. She did the Hcg with the trial, and so the trials of life was there. She did not run away from the trials of life. She just knew she wanted to change, and then she changed. That's what I'm talking about. I was just like so like happy about that, because I was saying to myself that anybody can do this. You really can. And first time I did Hcg and I got to that 170 pounds, what was her name? Miss Jujubee, the Jujubee, I think that is. She talked about being 175 after her low or something like that, and I'm like, I would take your 175 any day, because I was totally skinny at 175. I don't know if you guys notice, I'm pretty tall. I'm about 5'7.5". That ain't real tall, but the way my weight is distributed, you know, I look kind of small. When I hit 170, my families was starting to give me those emails and different things. Yeah, they was like, I was too skinny at 170, and I'm like, no, I got some more weight to lose. So I kind of just shut up, you know. I just kept, you know, going. Well, I never got past 170, so I'm looking to break through all the boundaries, because I would get to a certain weight and then unconsciously I would just self-sabotage. And so the one thing that I wanted to reiterate about Donna is how she broke through the barriers. Although she had those health problems, she still did it. She still did it. On the other end, I did not. 2010, I had lost the weight. But then in November 2010, I had came into one of the trials of my life. everything that I think was tested in that trial, and I gave up. I gave up on my weight loss and everything like that. And I do think back now, and I think where I would have been if I hadn't gave up, as a good thing, not as a bad thing. It makes me want to focus on making it all the way now. Because when trials of life come to you, it ain't there to knock you down or to kill you. It's there to actually make you stronger. You can actually, in the trials, you actually see how strong you are. You know, it shows you how to depend more on God. And because those are times you can't do nothing, so you need somebody higher than yourself to help you out of those places. I really love Miss Bashful Hcg. I listened to her vlog too, and I said I 100% identify with your childhood. You know, my childhood was very, very similar. But I know those things come to destroy us as children so that we won't be nothing when we grow up. But by the grace of God, look, we still here. And you can make your life beautiful this year, you know. You can find your happy again, because I did. I found my happiness. And I found that through forgiveness. I had to forgive even when I didn't feel like I could forgive. Even when I felt like I was a doormat. It was a very emotional process of coming out of depression. One of the first thing was I started forgiving. Just 51% I started forgiving. And then as I started forgiving, the more and more I started forgiving and letting go, the more happier I became. And then the more I got out of my own self, I started seeing people around me again. And I started helping others. And my happy did come back. And it came back in abundance. Okay? So that's for Miss Bashful. So it was so many people. Journey to Mini Me. I totally could identify. She said she would wonder why do I have to be the one always on a diet? Why I have to be the one, you know, who's always, you know, I understand that so much because I was always considered you just big bone family, this stuff like that. I've been on so many plans, so I identify what Hcg meant to be. I think that was her name. I think that was her, yes. But she the one had the video of all the diets she had did. But I'm gonna tell you the truth. You are Hcg meant to be. You are beautiful. I'm talking about beautiful. When you even did your stand-up shot, I was thinking to myself, man, I would just give it to be where she is, you know. But one of the things I wanted to say real quick before my time run out, which is going quickly, Hcg meant to be. One of the most valuable thing I did was, you were saying, and the one thing is you trying to let your mind catch up with what your body is doing. And I had said that I had started working on my mind first because I didn't want to have that fat girl syndrome. The fat girl syndrome is just that. You are skinny, you are lovely, you are beautiful, but you cannot see it. And so one of the things I have, hold on one second. Sorry, you guys. One of the things I have, if you don't change your mind, you can be 120 pounds and you would think you're the biggest person in earth. It all starts in the mind. This is one of the things. This is my vision book. I call it my vision book. You guys, I know everybody is not Christian, so I'm not trying to force my Christianity on anybody, but I'm just telling you guys who I am, okay? But this is not meant to change anybody, okay? So I hope I don't offend anybody. So since 2001, I have this vision book, and it's loaded with pages of things that I wanted to change in my mind, starting in my, you know, changing my mind in my life. And it all starts with a thought. And so I'm going to show you guys one picture that I did of myself, because I always saw myself, you know, I always wanted to be thin, but I never could picture myself getting there. And so don't you guys laugh, and I'm not playing. Do not laugh. Okay, here it is. Don't. Okay, this is my vision page here. Yes, that is my head on top of some skinny bodies, and I have a black head, and y'all see those are white bodies. I'm so embarrassed. Okay, this whole book is loaded with stuff like that. So I took the images that I wanted to see, and I placed it with the Word of God, and I began to meditate on that. My time is almost out. I'm gonna have to make a part 2. Okay, so I'm gonna say goodbye for now, and I'll start over.